Hello. Long time no see. Haven't seen you for a long time because really since day 42, day 43, it's not been much that's really been au-delà de votre portée, beyond your reach. You've been dealing with stuff that just by studying the lesson, doing the exercises, you seem to be handling quite well. Well, I'm frankly getting a little bored. I'm feeling a little useless. And so if you don't mind, could I take on the role of instructor today as we talk about the content of lesson 4.15? Humor me, would you? It would make me feel better. We're going to talk today about something called the partitive construction. Now, that sounds very grandiose. I'm rather proud that I more or less comprehend it, but probably just doing the exercises in the lesson, you'll do quite well without this explanation. But once, as I mentioned, please allow me to feel useful. This morning I went into the kitchen, and I was thinking about how to express the concept "somme" in French. You, of course, already know how to say, get the idea of sum across, an undetermined quantity of something, a non-specified quantity. You do it with the words des and quelques. Like, I know some boys who play soccer. Je connais des garçons qui jouent au football. Des garçons. Or with quelques. Like, I see a few boys out there in the field. Je vois quelques garçons dans le champ. Quelques garçons. But what do you do when you want to talk about something which is, well, boys can be put into a list, for example, and counted. I could put all their names in a list. Or I could count the guys I see in the field out there and tell you exactly how many there are. I don't care to, but I could if I wanted to. But what about a noun where you can't count the quantity of individual little parts of which that noun or that item is made up? For example, milk. I can't break milk up into little pieces and say, I'd like some milk sizzes, please. Or I'd like some water sizzes, please. Or I'd like, or could I have some ice cream sizzes, please? I'll take 16 ice creams. No, you can't count ice cream. It's or milk or water. It's a non-countable quantity of which I would like I say I would like a portion, but if it were ice cream, I'd kind of like the whole thing. But let's leave that aside for now. So I'm talking about a portion of a larger non-quantifiable, non-countable item, like ice cream, water, milk, Coke, whatever it happens to be. So, I went into the kitchen this morning, and I said to Mrs. Nesbitt, she was making breakfast, I said, how is it that you would say in French, just testing you a little bit here, how would you say, would you like some tea, Mrs. Nesbitt? You may have heard that before somewhere, but, and she said, well, voudrez-vous du café, pardon, voudrez-vous du thé, Madame Nesbitt? She was, of course, right. She'd never learned about the partitive construction. She'd never been taught in that fashion. I talked to her in French when we first met, then we went and lived in France for 13 years. She doesn't know a thing about grammar, but she speaks beautiful French. And so she learned without this explanation. You probably could learn by the exercises without this explanation, but I'd feel kind of useless. So let's push on. So if I want to say some, and I'm talking about a non-countable item of some kind, like some milk or some ice cream or some water, for a masculine noun like some milk is le lait, I'm going to say du, not des, not quelques, but du lait. J'aimerais du lait. I would like some milk. Or ice cream, some ice cream. J'aimerais de la glace, s'il vous plaît. I'd like some ice cream, please. There's a certain quantity of it. I'd kind of like to have all of it, but I know it'd be kind of piggish on my part. And so, I'd like a certain portion of the total amount of ice cream that exists, or the total amount of ice cream in the world. I'd like a certain portion of that. J'aimerais de la glace. So before a feminine noun, for masculine noun we use du. Feminine noun we use de la to express this idea of some, referring to a non-countable noun, a certain quantity of a non-countable noun. And before a vowel sound, masculine or feminine, we will say de l, for the idea, by the way, is L apostrophe, to express this idea of some. So if I want to say, I'd like some water, please. J'aimerais de l'eau. J'aimerais de l'eau, s'il vous plaît. De l'eau, okay? So, now, how will you know if des and quelques are not the appropriate ways to say some? What are the some tips that you could use, or some hints you could receive from the idea you want to express that would remind you to use de la, du, or de l'apostrophe before the noun instead of des or quelque if you want to express some. How would you know? What would help you? Well, first of all, des and quelque will only be used before plural nouns. Oh. Des garçons, des filles, quelques crayons, quelques cahiers, in the plural, all of those different nouns, okay? Notebooks or pencils or girls or boys can all be counted, and therefore I use des or quelques. But for things that can't be counted, which will be expressed in the singular, lait is singular, le lait, the milk. We don't say milks is. La glace, ice cream, is singular. You can't say ice cream is in English, and same in French. It's la glace, it's not les glaces. And then l'eau, water, is also expressed in the singular. When I want to say some for these particular items, I'm going to say de la glace, du lait, de l'eau, de la musique. Have you heard that before? Yes, you have. You've said it many times. You've said j'écoute de la musique. Now, why did you say de la musique? I listen to music. Well, it's because the world is composed of, or is blessed with, all kinds of genre of music. You listen to just a certain portion of that great, vast array of types of music and pieces of music. So, j'écoute de la musique. I listen to, in essence, you're saying some music, although we wouldn't say it that way in English. One more thought. Why might this be a little bit of a challenge to you as you try to decide when you should use this partitive construction? De la, du, and de l'apostrophe. Well, the issue is this. In English, the word some can be dropped from a sentence. We can say, I would like some milk, or I would like milk. The two sentences are identical in meaning, and the word some in English has been dropped. The point is, in French, when you're talking about a certain portion of a larger, uncountable quantity, you must always insert du, de la, or de, and then l'apostrophe. Whereas in English, you can drop this idea of some. In French, it must be included. You cannot say, j'aimerais eau, s'il vous plaît. I would like water. No, it's got to be j'aimerais de l'eau to express the idea that you want a certain amount of the vast quantity that exists in the universe, or in a person's pitcher, or in the faucet where you live, etc. Okay? So it's de la, du, and de l'apostrophe to express some when you're dealing with a non-quantifiable item. Well, there's just one more point in lesson 415 I'm going to mention right now. When you're talking about not having any, or not wanting any, or not seeing any, this idea of not any in French is expressed with the word de. Just de. So if you want to say, somebody offers you some water, est-ce que tu aimerais de l'eau? You would say, no, I don't want any water. Non, je ne veux pas de. Je ne veux pas d'eau. Or, do you have any friends? Non, je n'ai pas d'amis. The de there means not any. And you're going to hear that numerous times in the course of the lesson. Well, you didn't really need this. I notice your eyes are kind of glazing over as well. But I've certainly felt significant, meaningful, and maybe you could let me know if this was helpful. You can always email me. Why not? I need a little encouragement once in a while. In any case, to your lessons, 4.15. See you in a while.